My mom threw a brick through our window to get us talking again, so I left, and that's when her real meltdown began. The brick landed 3 feet from Emily's head. Glass exploded across our living room floor. My mom stood in our yard clutching her purse like she was waiting for applause. "You never talk to me anymore, Simon," she said, zero remorse in her voice. "Maybe now you'll finally listen." I ran outside, heart pounding. "What is wrong with you? You almost hit Emily," she shrugged. "Oh, please, it was just a window. You're being dramatic." That's when something inside me snapped. 28 years of excuses, of defending her behavior, of convincing myself she was just overprotective. It all came crashing down in that moment. I dealt with her controlling behavior my whole life. She tracked my phone constantly, called my bosses pretending to be a concerned relative, showed up at my apartment using keys she'd copied without asking. When I started dating Emily, Mom decided she was turning me against her and launched a quiet campaign to break us up. But throwing a brick through our window? That crossed every line that still existed. I packed a bag that night. Emily begged me not to go alone, but I needed space to think. I checked into a motel off Route 11, one of those places with buzzing neon signs that say vacancy, even when nobody should want to stay there. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at cracked wallpaper, trying to process how the woman who raised me could do something this unhinged. The next morning, I came home to find Emily pale and shaking. She handed me her phone without saying a word. My mom had somehow accessed our email and found our wedding invitation mock-up, the one Emily had designed herself. She downloaded it, covered it in red scribbles, and sent it back. "Cancel this. Wrong woman. Not approved." We changed every password that day. New locks on the doors, installed a security camera at the entrance. For a few days, things went quiet, too quiet. Then she showed up at our church during Sunday service. I heard the doors creak open mid-prayer and didn't even need to look. I felt her presence. She walked down the aisle carrying a casserole dish, smiling at confused parishioners. "Sorry to interrupt," she announced loudly, "but my son hasn't returned my calls in a week. Just wanted to make sure he's still alive." I wanted to disappear into the floor. Everyone turned to stare. Emily's face went completely pale. I practically dragged Mom outside. "You need to leave. Now." She frowned like I was the unreasonable one. "I don't see what the big deal is. I was just worried. Everyone loves a good family reunion." Over the next month, she started calling every relative we had. She told them Emily was isolating me, that I'd changed, that she was worried about my mental health. It worked. Half the family started texting me to apologize to Mom and work things out. Then our wedding venue sent an email. They were missing $17,800 from our joint account, withdrawn in person at a branch near Mom's house with my ID. My stomach dropped. She'd taken my old wallet years ago, claiming she wanted to keep it safe. Inside was a spare driver's license. My mother hadn't just humiliated me. She was systematically trying to ruin my life. We filed a police report immediately, froze the account, started documenting everything, every threatening text, every manipulative voicemail, every boundary she'd crossed. That's when Emily and I made the decision. We were leaving. No announcement, no forwarding address, just gone. We moved to Oregon within a month. New jobs, new apartment, new life. We even rescued a dog, a scruffy terrier named Milo, who made the place feel safer. For the first time in years, I woke up without a knot of anxiety in my chest. 3 months passed. I started to believe we'd actually escaped. Then a letter arrived. No return address, postmarked from our old state. Inside was a photo of Emily and me at the farmer's market the previous weekend, holding hands, laughing, Milo at our feet. On the back, 4 words in her handwriting: "You can't hide forever." My blood went cold. She'd found us. She was watching. But here's what she didn't know. I'd been preparing for this. I'd hired a private investigator who uncovered something shocking. A storage unit under her name, filled with boxes labeled Simon. Inside were copies of my documents, surveillance photos of us, and dozens of handwritten notebooks full of obsessive letters she'd never sent. With the investigator's help, we compiled everything into a formal report: financial fraud, workplace harassment, stalking documentation. It was airtight. The day the police arrested her for identity theft and stalking, I got a simple text from my lawyer: "It's over. She's in custody." A year later, Emily and I finally had our wedding. Our